Hi everybody, hello, hello. The zebra are to give you, there's only one, so it's to give you a little clue as to what is the theme for next week for our tags. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers in the UK. I hope you're being spoiled, pampered, and still can find enough time to fit this in. Best of all worlds. Thanks to everybody who's joined the chat already. Nice to see you. I've said hi to some of you, but I had to get ready. So today, what have we got on the desk? Well, this is a Sunday box, and there are 6 tags in there. So we must have been going 3 weeks, is what I think. And this is the pretty box. So the other tag that I do today is going to be going in here, in the pretty box. So I'll move that to one side. And I'll actually move the Sunday box to one side before I announce the theme, because there's just a couple of things that I wanted to show you. And the first one is this Tim Holtz, which is the right way of this. No, wait. The Tim Holtz ideology, the new backdrops that he's brought out. He's brought out volume 4, which are all very neutral. Really easy to use and very neutral. And he's also brought out this volume 5. And I know that some of you won't have looked at this because you see the name Tim Holtz and you think, oh, grunge. But this really isn't. So I'm just going to give you a quick flick through of the papers in it and you'll see, oh, they're just glorious. So glorious. So I'm not describing everyone except to say I live about there. Look at that. So there's text on them, pattern on some of them, but they're all these glorious colours. I mean, look at that. I love that. I think I've got them upside down, actually. So you can see, I think, oops, I've got 2 or 3 here. Look at that. How could you describe that as grunge? And yet you could use that so easily, grunge it up, or you could pretty it up. And it's a beautiful colour, that. Here we've got a map of somewhere. I don't know where. It's not for telling me where. Not that that matters, I'll probably never go. Oh, I think it's Paris, because there it says Montmartre and La Chapelle. Yeah, this must be Paris, I think, and these must be the arrondissements, I think, these areas. Whew, get me. This pink one, and on the back some sort of architecture stuff. Another map. Okay, Monte Aventino. Does that not sound Italian? Yeah, Piazza. Yeah, Piazza di Armi. I'm thinking that's Italian. And then this one. This is just so pretty. Come on, don't just always pick 2 up. That's just making me cross. Look at that, it's so pretty. I think that's a French marigold or an African marigold. It's marigold. And that on the back. This with that on the back. So, I mean, there is honestly just nothing grunge about that. Then this one wallpaper, I love that. Absolutely love it. And that on the back. Oh, blimey, another map. He's gone matte heavy. Oh, this is Manhattan. I like Manhattan. One of my favourite places, Manhattan. So that should please Jan, yeah? Then this, which you could really easily just fold along those lines and you've got yourself... Do you remember when Mr. F did that? He distressed an envelope. It didn't look too dissimilar than that, really. His was probably better, I must say. Pretty pattern on the back. Look at these. That's just lovely. Oh, and a nice purple on the back. And that. Come on, guys. You can't call that grunge. It's not grunge. Look at that. And this. Bright lilac. And lilac flowers on the back. Nice blue. Oh, look at that. I bet Judy likes that. She likes sort of ledgers with writing in. I like that. And then this, which is a real tealy colour. That's on the back. Blimey, another map. It's like some sort of maritime map. I think it might be French, or it could be any language at all. And that, oh, look at that. I must say I'm gravitating towards these worn wallpapers. They look gorgeous to me. I love Timmy and I love flowers, and I love combining the two. But that's really nice. I'm going to leave that out, actually. That's also lovely. Really lovely. Love it. I'll leave that out as well. This red one, that on one side and the red on the other. Pink and that on the other. So I hope I've maybe opened your eyes a little bit to this Backdrops Volume 5, in as much as it's not just grunge. It could be really easily grunge, but you could also take it down a very pretty route. And, you know, I know you can go to Etsy and download so much from there, in any style, in any style at all that you want. But isn't there something kind of extra special about when you get printed paper? You know, when you get Graphics 45 or Stamperia or 49 in Market or whatever it is, you look at it and you really treasure it because you can't go and print another one. And I feel a bit like that with that Timmy one. Now, I looked at these two when I first looked through the pack and I thought, nice. Get out of the way. And I love that. So I wouldn't want to cut into that to get this. So what can I do about that? And I had a little go at making an inky background. This is one I made myself. I've subsequently stamped on it. That one's upside down. But just to show you that you can actually make your own. So let's do that first off today. Let's just make a little quick inky background. Mr. F, I have forgotten something. I've forgotten the inky plastic thing in that drawer there. Should be on the top. Thank you very much. Yeah, so this is the thing that came with the media board. It fits onto here. But subsequently I've heated it. And the plastic carrier is now a bit, yeah, it's a bit umpty, but never mind. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to leave those out as kind of my, whatever the word is. I don't know. And I've got a piece of mixed media paper here. Just the regular stuff that I always buy, the De La Roni stuff. I really like it. It does the job. So I'm just going to add some inks to it. And I'm using the Distress stains. They have now been superseded by the Distress spray stains. But I've got loads of these that Mr. F got in a job lot somewhere along the line. So I'm using these up first, obviously. So the lightest one is Squeezed Lemonade. Then I've got Mustard Seed. Then I've got a bit of Spiced Marmalade. So let's go for the lightest one first. If you were spraying, I'd spray probably onto there and then use water. But I'm not spraying, so I'm going to just plonk this on here. Squeeze out quite a good bit. Like that. And then I'm just going to quickly mist my paper. That's enough. It's not very much, but it's enough. And then just dab that into there, like that. I mean, you can see already it's lovely. And kind of keep going till you've got like that. I don't think I'll get any more on at the moment. I'm going to dry that and then we'll go back into what's left on there. So I know I've shown you all how to do inky backgrounds a million, gazillion, trillion times. And for those of you that have been with me for a while, I'm really sorry. But there are new people and they comment on YouTube and tell me that, well, one girl wanted to know how I paint flowers. And I bet you're going, oh no, don't do another video of painting flowers. But the thing is, they're all within other videos, so maybe at some stage I'll do a really quick one. Catkin hair. I don't know where he is actually. Is he in or out? Because it's so much milder here this last couple of days, about 3 days now. It's the third day we've had of it being really mild. He's been out so much. Right, so that's pretty dry. So I'm just going to bring this back over. I'm just going to take the end of my paintbrush and just wiggle that about a bit. Just break up those dots. And then drop this into there again. And it starts to build up in areas where there's 2 layers, which is nice. Right, let's dry that off and then we'll change colour. If you really wanted to cover that middle bit, you could spray some water on it and just let it run into there. I'm not fussed because I'm going to come in with another couple of colours. But you can see definitely where the one layer has overlapped the other layer and you've got a much denser colour. Just checking out. This isn't going to go on fire. Mr. F did have a look at it, so I think we're all right. Now that's dry enough. So I'm not going to clean my my mat. They're all yellows, so we're not going to get mud. We're sticking within the same family. So I'm moving on to mustard seed. You can see that's a good bit darker. I'm just going to take my brush and try and get rid of those big splotches. There might be times that you want them and that's fine, but I don't want them for this project. That's all right. So we're just going to dab again. Dab, 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 dab. What have we got? Oh, it's starting to look nice. This is not oxides, this is inks. You can use oxides, but you get a different result because the oxides are opaque. So, whereas we can see through this, you wouldn't if you were using oxides. I prefer to use inks for backgrounds. Look at that, it's starting to look really nice. So let's dry that off. This is another one of those things that you go into your craft room and you think, oh, I don't think I can be bothered to do that. I can't be bothered to cut out paper or measure out blooming pockets or tags or whatever. Do this. Pick a colour and do it. And if you're still feeling umpty, go and get another colour and do it. Because at some stage you will be so glad that you've done this. You know, whether you're just die cutting flowers out of it, leaves out of it, anything, whatever. It's just got so much more interest because it's an inky background. Dry enough. So back into the mustard seed.
Jen says, could you mix watercolours on your board and would it work the same?
I've never tried that, Jen. Never have I tried it. It theoretically should, especially those Derwent ones because they're actually solid ink. So you'd think that that would work. It's just you kind of want it to pill up into little balls. You get the best result, I think, when it's in little dots. But it's a good thought. I'm going to have to try that next week. I think I've just got some voids here, and generally I don't mind them, but I want to show you how to do a complete one. So I don't know whether to go in with the spice marmalade. I'm saving it till last, really. I'll go back into the squeezed lemonade. And I'm not cleaning my mat, as you can see. And we'll get some different shade that isn't exactly squeezed lemon or mustard seed. It'll be some mix-up colour, which is fine. So let's squash that down a little bit. See if we can get those voids covered. Oh, it's starting to look so nice. That little bit in the middle is so resistant. It's still resisting. Get some ink on you, lad. So just want the edges done. This edge as well. There we go. Let's dry that off. We're nearly there now. Very nearly there. I'm querying with myself whether I want to add the spice marmalade or not, actually. I quite like it like this. And you know what they say about mixed media? How do you know when to stop? And generally, you know when you should have stopped when you put the last layer on and you think, oh, look much better than that without it. I think I'm happy to leave this here. I like it a lot. It's still got a lot of its brightness and intensity, and I don't want to take that away with a darker colour. So that's getting dry. So what did that take? I don't know, 10 minutes maybe? If that, top to bottom. And there we have a really, really pretty. It's big enough to make a tag. Yes, we could make one of our tags out of it. And you could cut it to size before you start, and then you'd definitely know you're not wasting any ink or whatever. So there we have it. There's my backdrop. Let me just have a little bit of a clean up here, because there's bound to be yellow ink around. Oh, I'm sure I had a piece yesterday. A mop-up piece. Maybe not. Yeah, this piece. Let's just try that one there. You never know, do you? It's probably worth doing. Actually, it looks quite nice. It's looking nice, isn't it? It's probably more successful than anything. So I'm just going to try and pick up all the ink that I can, rather than waste it. So there we are, that's my mop-up piece. Doesn't it look nice? Yes. I haven't got anywhere to put it. I'll rest it on the bin under the chair. Yeah, all the ink's going to go one way, but never mind, that doesn't matter. Right, so let's clean this off. Mine needs to go under the sink, I think. It's getting a bit grubby. But that is me finished with that for the time being, although it may reappear later. So let's just... Lovely job. Look at that. It's not right. So there's the background we've just made. There's one of Timmy's backgrounds, and I feel if we'd put the spice marmalade on, it would have gone more towards that. And here's the yellow one of his. So I'm sure you can agree that these are lovely. They are lovely. I love them. But you really can, you know, if you use that and you're desperate for another yellow one, this looks like antique linen to me. No other colour, I don't think, apart from antique linen, that's just been built up to get that. So mine's lying somewhere in the middle, but very usable and quick and enjoyable. So there, that's all I wanted to tell you about those. So let's put these away, because otherwise they'll get ruined. I can't even find a way in. Where is the way in? Here it is. So yeah, lots of lovely pretty papers. Thank you. And the other things, this is not a commercial for Tim Holtz. I know that some of you just don't look at his stuff because you think it's not the sort of thing that you do. This is what's this called? Layers Organic. And there's lots of birds, lots of sort of frames, tea cards, some of the traditional Timmy stuff, but there's also lots of leaves and flowers, bird's nests, flowers. There's loads of stuff in here. Look at that, it's just so pretty. So yeah, there is some Timmy, traditional Timmy stuff in there, but there's also a lot of stuff that isn't really not traditional Timmy, and in colours that you kind of wouldn't expect. I mean, look at that, how beautiful is that? Gorgeous. So yeah, lots of those. I mean, look at that. I was so tempted to use that the other day, but I've only got one pack. I have another on order. Yikes. But while I've only got one of things, I don't know, I just preserve them. I don't know what I think is going to happen if I use it. Look at that. It's so pretty. They're so pretty. So that's that pack. That isn't a Timmy. I made that myself. But it can live in there. And the other thing is, there's two other things, is this, which is called, it's an Ephemera pack palette. And I'm just going to quickly scoot through here. They might have been mixed up actually with the other ones, but you'll get the general gist. Just nice colour, birdies, different colours that we haven't seen before from Timmy. Stamps, the usual do not crush sort of things. Look at that, purple. Beautiful. Look at that label, I love that label. Oh, Catkin's just come in and he's decided to go behind the important piece of kit, I don't know what it is, for lives.
It's found his secret stash.
Ah, yeah, all the old flat Dauber sponges that I don't use anymore. Yeah, these ones, because I really don't like them. I donated them to his lordship. Look at that, it's so pretty. And yeah, they were round the back, exactly where he was. He'd found them. Here's a little tyke. I mean, look at that. It's purple. And then these teacup. How lovely is that teacup? It's gorgeous. Big flowers.
Jim says she can see why you think it's a little like Kathy Oldham's collection.
Absolutely, isn't it? It very much is. Sort of pinky lilac, flowers, book covers.
Jim doesn't know why, but she loves the egg specimens.
Yes, so do I. I do. But where am I going to use them? I don't know. Anyway, there's other stuff in there, as you can see. And I don't think it was too terribly spendy, to be honest. So let's put these away, because these are the sort of things. I'll hand that to Mr. F, because otherwise I'm going to spill it everywhere. Thank you, my dear. I've done that one. And these, my favourite. These are my favourite, and I have used some of these already. These are called collage strips. Look at them. You can cut them up into separate things. You can stick them down the side of a page. You can make a pocket with them. You can do anything, and they're all different colours. Just absolutely stunning. I absolutely love them. Look at those greens on there. Really, 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 really nice. Blue, purple, pink. I mean, it's unheard of. Look at that one. So yeah, those are my very favourites. I absolutely love them. Love them. So that's a quick canter round the idea. There's loads more, but that's all I bought. Just till I got those and worked out what I thought of them. Right, it's probably time to get cracking with the actual live after 25 minutes. Today I'm going to do the themed one first, and then I'll do the an extra tag, assuming we've got time, but we should do because the themed one's relatively quick. So the theme for next week is stripes. Stripes. So yes, Judy and Janya ticking, that's stripes. There's loads of places on Etsy that sell striped kits, that sort of thing. But I'm sure if you have a look around, you'll have some striped paper somewhere. You don't have to make the whole tag out of striped paper. It could be an element on the tag that's stripy. But anyway, here's my tag. It's my regulation 3 3/4 by 7. And I've cut out a smaller tag that's actually going to go across there. So it will be about 3 1/4 long, 3 to 3 1/4, it doesn't really matter. And it's 2 1/4 wide. Okay, but I'll come back to that one. So this is white, not my usual cream that I generally use. And I'm going to use washi. I have got tons of washi. Most of it, like this, is cheap and nasty stuff. So I was looking for a way to use it up, and this strikes me as being a pretty good way of using it up. So let's see if I can find an end. I've got loads of Timmy washi, and I was debating as to whether to do this in a Timmy style. But, you know, the Timmy box, we had a count up before, and the Timmy box has got so many more tags in it than the other 3 boxes. So I decided to go with pretty. Right, that's got the end of that sorted. Now, I want my glue because I don't trust that washi as far as I can throw it. And it measures 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to stick glue down 3/4 of an inch. And then it can't come up at some stage in the future. So right next to the I'm putting mine right next to the edge. I'm sure you'll be doing something completely different, but if you are doing what I'm doing, and there's no reason why you can't, right next to the edge. Nearly stopped breathing there. There we go. I'm just going to fold that one over because it's going to get backed, so I don't need worry too much about sticking that, because as I say, I will be putting a backing on it, because I can't believe I can make a tag that doesn't get inky. Let's fold that one over as well. It's just a little bit proud at the top, so I'll trim that off. So that's our first stripe. What's wrong with me today? Everything's sticking to me. Go away. Right, so the next one I'm going to do is the one on the other side, because that's the easiest to work out. So let's just put that there so I can see where my 3/4 of an inch is. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's just really round the edges you want to make sure. Like that. Okay, and it's just got nice rose gold actually down each side. So that's going there. That's going there. Lovely. Yeah. When I did my prototype for this, you'll see it looks very different. But I'm not giving the game away yet. And then I said to Mr. F, I'm going to do the other one, you know, on the live in white. And he said, oh, aren't you going to ink the background up or anything first? And I said no, and then I thought about it and thought maybe I should. But no, I'm not. I'm going for clean. I'm going for clean cut. Right, so now I need to work out where half of this is. So the gap that I have in the middle is 2 1/8. Excellent. So I need 1 and a tiny bit. 1 and a tiny bit. So about there. Is that right?
That's the middle.
That's the middle, yeah. Let's just draw the middle in first. The middle isn't actually going to help us much, but it's not the middle.
No, it doesn't look like the middle to me.
Oh no, that's because I haven't done an inch. I did 3/4. What a ninny. Right, that there should be the middle. Does it look like the middle? Yeah. So because the tape is 3/4, that 3/4 equals 6/8. So I want it 3/8 that way. Yeah, maths again. Should be a college course, shouldn't there? Maths for junk journalists. So I'm going to put a light line down there, and that should be the edge of my tape. If it all looks horrible, well, I tried. Let's give it a go. So I want that just on that line. Away. There we go. I think that looks alright. It's a tag for a junk journal. So let's just fold that over. Fold this over at the top. So that's what my back looks like. This is what my front looks like, and I think that is staggeringly good. What do you think, Mr. F?
It's certainly stripy.
It's stripy, isn't it? I think it should come in a wee bit. Let the good craft family see what I'm doing. Whoops. In Craftland. That's where I live, you know, Craftland.
Is it?
Mm.
How's that?
That's just so perfect. You couldn't be better if you tried.
Just stop pulling things towards you.
Oh, okay, I'll try. So there we go. I've burnished them down. They've got glue on. They really should not be going anywhere. So let's deal with this little fella next. So it's tag shaped. And I want it, I've cut the corners off, but not the big corners of this, the next size down. So I want it maybe to about there. So let's measure that so you know what it measures. It measures 3 1/4. So let's cut that off at 3 1/4. Whoops. Just do it that way, it's easier. No, that would get rid of the good end. Don't be stupid. 3 1/4. There we go. Oh, that's drying nicely. Look at that. Nice, isn't it? Just saying. Let me get a towel so I can just wipe my hands, because I think I picked up some yellow there. And that's no good. Right, okay, so now we have this as well. So that's going to go to there. I think that's all right. I think that's enough room there. So off we go again with the tape. And I'm going to put it on each side. Not just the long ones, each of the long sides. What's the matter? Something broken?
No, I'm just moving it. Because you have a tendency to pull.
That's not me pulling. I'm in the middle of... So let's get this on right along the edge there. Just trim that off. Lovely, that can just get folded over. And that can just get folded over like that. Now, I made this this little tag here, 2¼ inches for a reason, because 3 times the width of my 3/4 inch masking tape, washi tape, is 2¼ So if I put one there, I'll be left with a 2¼ inch gap, so it'll all look fairly equal. That's the theory. You do as you wish. I'm sure you're more capable than I am. So lovely. Oh, stuck now. So I'm just going to fold those up and do the same with this. Just trim it along the top and fold that corner in. Right, there we go. So that's us finished, I think, with the washi tape. I'll just leave that out. Just give that a, yeah, you see it's a bit, lots of glue in there. So the next thing I want to do is, I'm not going to ink around it. It's not going to have pink ink or anything on the white. It's just going to look clean. Really, really clean, I hope. So that's going to go on there, and I'm going to raise it up with some dimensional tape. But underneath, I'm going to put some of these leaves. Now these leaves are made with inky paper exactly the same way as I showed you, and I might have to make some more actually later in the live, because I've used all my paper up cutting these out. But we'll see how many I need. This, interestingly enough, was peeled paint and no other colour, just peeled paint, just various layers of it, you know, one after the other. And this has got evergreen oxide over it, evergreen bough oxide over it. So I was thinking I needed to do something else. Ah yes, what I need to do now in order to get them dry is I want to spray some flowers. So let's just get some glue rolled down. I'm going to double it up. There we are. Let's move these right out of the way because I don't want any overspray on them. And I'm going to, well, bring it back till we see what we need. I could get away with using just white flowers, but I think I don't like that. It's just too much, even with the leaves behind, I think. Yeah, you do you. I'm going to spray mine pink. So I want one of the large ones and 2 of these little ones. I get mine from Hobbycraft. I know you can get them from all over the place, and I know most companies, you know, Stamperia, Graphics 45, whatever, do actually have their own line of paper flowers. Prima does as well, but they are so expensive. They really are expensive. So I get mine from Hobbycraft. They used to be dirt cheap, but like everything, they're creeping up in price. I should have got more when they were cheap. The 2 pinks that I have in a spray are these 2, which is picked raspberry, and this one, which is a cosmic shimmer job, is it's shiny. You know, it's got mica in it, I guess is what it is, and it's called Paradise Pink. I have had it for many a moon. I'm going to go for the Paradise Pink first because it looks like it might be quite pale, and if we have to bump it up a bit, or I might better shake that, I suppose. Then I've got the picked raspberry. But let's go. Let's see what happens. That doesn't look light to me. But don't panic. I'm just going to spray in the sides here because you can see where they're lifting up that it's white underneath. It doesn't want to spray on its side. No, it does not. Oop, hello. Anyway, I'm going to now attack these with a bit of water. They're just sort of very dark to me. Just bleed a little bit of that out. Oh, I am so happy when I'm playing with ink. I love it. So just another little bit of water on there. It'll just bleed them out just a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to, you can see that they've used two different sorts of paper here, look. It's one for the back and then the other's in a different kind of paper. That's interesting. It's given our flowers quite an effect.
Jim says it looks like a scene from Dexter.
Yeah. Once again, honestly, we used to watch Dexter, like binge on it. And this is now, if we started again, we'd now be into our third time round. And we always stop at the same bit, which is when a sister bursts in and realises that the killer they're after is actually a brother. And we've never got past that point. And I don't know why, because it's always a cliffhanger and you want to know what's going to happen, but I don't know. I do not know. But no, I like Dexter. At the minute we're watching Third Rock from the Sun, because we always have some light frothiness whilst we have our lunch. So Third Rock from the Sun is doing it at the moment. This is the second time round of it. That's alright, it's going to be stuck down, so I think we'll be okay with that. It's come out pretty cerise, this, hasn't it? Considering it's supposed to be really light. So I'll put that to the side just for a while. Yeah, it's getting dry. These little ones are dry. So I'll leave that to think about itself for a while. Move that over. Just going to give my hands a bit of a spritz. I've never recovered from the yellow yet. Actually, let's just push the bolt out, shall we, and have a wet wipe. I'm never very sure if you guys like me playing with ink, or you've tuned in because you think I'm going to be making a junk journal and suddenly it's turned into mixed media and it's not what you do. So if it's not what you do, I'm really sorry. If you make pretty journals, that's lovely. And I used to do that. There are people on this group that will testify that that is what I used to do. But I don't know. The mixed media bug got me.
Jim said you mentioned Will and Grace, and that is one of your absolute favourites.
Yeah.
Our Wi-Fi is named Jack and Karen.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Jack and Karen show, wasn't it, really? Will and Grace were just there to kind of fill up the 4 people.
So all we need now is the password and we can have free Wi-Fi.
Anastasia Beaverhausen. How about that? Those of you that don't watch Will and Grace will think I've gone just mad, but that's okay. I can't get all that ink off there, but some of it will have come off. I hope the stuff that would have come off is contact. Right, so let's move along the bus to this. So that's going to go there. That's my stripes done. So I'm quite happy I've met the brief. So now I've got these and I want to just put them in behind this end.
Southern Gal says she's enjoying your tag series.
Oh, thank you.
And Michelle Brasfield says, I love it when you play with inks because I have all those inks as well and it makes me get them out.
Oh, good. That's good. So I just want these kind of randomly placed. Before somebody asks me what they are, I think they're a mixture of festive greens. Get in there. Festive greens and garden greens. Mostly festive, I think. But they don't have to be, do they? They can be anything we like. They're quite big, some of these. So I can put that in there, but I might as well chop that off then I'll get 2 for the price of 1.
Corrine says, haha, I remember when, Miss P. I think it's all fun and inspiring.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I used to make just pretty journals.
And Lily B says, you're very talented, Miss P. Love watching all you do.
Oh, you're being nice to me today. Thank you.
Paula Brooker says, I'm just a beginner, just started buying inks. Love the tutorials.
Oh, well, that's great. I hope that you begin to embrace the ink. Embrace the ink, yes. Because you can end up with some fabulous things. I'm just kind of trimming these, so at some stage I've still got some remnants left.
Jen says, with the little salad greens mixed in.
Jen's on form today. Right, I'm going to cut this one off there. And I'm going to pop that in there like that. I'm not overly fussed if it's coming out the edge of the tag. I can live with that. And I just want something of this colour going in there. So that's kind of about where I want those. Whoops. Yeah, like that. So let's stick those down then. Something like that. Okay. So stick this one down first because it's kind of obvious where it goes. And I'm not putting glue on right to the end. I want them to kind of look loose.
Judy says she doesn't like doing messy ink backgrounds, but she loves watching you do them.
Yeah, somebody was asking the other day if I had a a package on Etsy of my inky backgrounds, and I haven't, so don't bother looking. I haven't, but that's not to say I might not do one. Just different colours, you know. Right, so I think that's okay there. Let's just get my towel. Lovely. Oh, I've messed it all up, but it doesn't really matter. I think this one was the next one. And that kind of came up that way, I think. Then we had one of these. Like I say, it doesn't matter. Whatever foliage you've got will be absolutely fine. This is just what I had. I'm going to pop that one there. And then this one went there. It's just a mixture, and I love green and pink together anyway, as I'm sure you guys all know because I say it so often. And then that one goes there. So I've just got this mixture of the peeled paint and the evergreen bough, and I think they look quite nice together. So that's going there. Right, let's just bring this on and make sure they're something like right. Yeah, they're something like right. Put the lid on my glue and then I'll give them a really good press down. So I'm curious to see what you come up with for stripes, because, you know, like I say, it's everything from ticking to just something on your card that is stripy. The whole card doesn't have to be stripy like this one. Right, so I want to put some more greenery here to go behind the flower. That looks a bit, oh, I don't know, might be all right. Yeah. And too much. Let's trim that off a bit. Where else are you? Where else are you caught? There we go. And perhaps one more light green. So yes, that's going to go there. And I think my flowers, which are nearly dry, yeah, that will be fine. Fine. Grand and dandy. Right. The other card, tag that I'm doing today, I've just realised is quite similar to this. But never mind, doesn't matter. I think you'll like it. I'm just going to pop that there. Pop this one down the bottom. So I'm glad to see that so many of you are interested in the tag challenge. Well, it's not a challenge. It's not really a challenge. It's a swap. It's a tag swap. And I asked you on the group if you would just say in the comments which country you're from, because I'm going to try and make it so people don't have expensive foreign postage, because it really is expensive. It can be expensive. I don't think a tag is going to be too much, really. If I put that on there, have I got enough? I think I just need a little bit here. Let's have a little bit of this. I'm just going to keep trimming it. Yeah, international postage is really expensive. So for a tag, I'm not imagining it's going to be that much. But within this country, if you're posting, it's just nothing, next to nothing. And we can all afford it, because what I don't want to have happen is that people are excluded from it because they haven't got the funds to pay the postage. That's all against everything that we want to do. So I'm going to try and make it into, nations. But some of you have kindly said that you would be willing to post internationally if needed. So I'm going to close the list of people who are interested in it on next Sunday, a week today, and I'll post in the group who is partnered with who. Right, so let's putting this up on dimension tape. Let's start here because I've got a bit of an angle going. I realise it's not everybody's thing. These scissors are Teflon, so they're perfect for cutting this stuff, which can be a bit awkward. But so far we've got lots of people. And what I'm going to do is ask, when you've got your partner, when I've told you who your partner is, then contact each other directly and get the address that way, because I'm keen not to have everybody's address on the group again. It's too accessible for people who may have malintent. And I know it's horrible to think that about the group, but we're up to 2,200 people, and guys, I don't know everybody. So I think it's easier just to take that risk factor away. So I'll take the release paper off. And do what Nancy says, put some glue on my double-sided, and then I've got a chance of being able to move it, should I need to. There we go. Right, so this wants to go kind of there, I think there. So right up to the edge there, nice and square. There we go. Press that down. Right, let's have a look and see if these flowers are dry, because if they aren't, they surely won't stick. Pretty dry, but not quite. These ones are dry. So I'm going to have to have another go at this, I'm afraid, guys, sorry.
Judith says, oh, Teflon scissors, didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah, Fiskars. I've had these many a moon actually. The lovely Hilda bought them for me a long time ago, and they're still sharp and they still don't stick. Nearly there.
This is so pretty.
Thank you. Don't go for big or fat.
Yeah, Jen's saying if you maybe not expensive if you keep the size down to a letter size envelope.
Yeah.
I'm just saying don't go big or fat, Jen.
Oh, okay. I just wondered what you were talking about, that's all.
I wasn't implying that she's big or fat.
Well, she's neither. Right, so this is pretty dry, so I'm going to put that fairly centrally there.
And Jen says time to grab a brew.
Yeah, grab a brew.
Would you like a brew, Miss P?
I always like a brew. So I'm putting plenty glue on because this paper that they make these flowers out of, I'm telling you, it's resistant to sticking to anything. So I've got plenty glue on there. And I'm going to stick that fairly centrally there. Press some of those petals down. Just hold them for a sec. There we go. And the little ones, once again, plenty glue. If you're using the little flowers from Hobbycraft, I'm sure you know how resistant they are to sticking. So I want that just up under there, like that. Lovely. I'm really sorry guys, but I think the next tag is really similar to this. I hadn't realised. Obviously I had this in my mind. I'm wondering if I should put a little bit of greenery there. And then put the flower on. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. There we go. And now our flower. Our final flower. Ooh, I don't want to be able to see that white. Let's come up to the next one, see if that's better. Yeah, I think so. Right, that's it, I think. Hope you like it. Oh no, it hasn't got its... haven't backed it, it hasn't got its top on. What is going on? Yeah, I need to back it. I kept that remarkably clean for me, but I do need to back it and put a, some ribbon or something on the top. So I'm going to do it so this side is on the side of the paper, and that way then I don't have the problem of cutting it out. Away. I don't know what that was. Something and nothing. Where's my glue?
Jen says this is a beautiful tag that could be easily made into a card.
Yeah, I think you're right actually, Jen.
He says so pretty, and maybe a dab of hot glue. Not a fan of hot glue, are you?
I'm not a fan of hot glue. I know some people use it all the time and have good results with it, but it strikes me a fair percentage of stuff that I stick on with a hot glue gun, once the glue's cooled, if you dare to bend the paper or anything, it just pops off. I can't be doing with it. I mean, for some things, yes, absolutely, it's perfect. If you're making boxes and sticking embellishments on boxes and stuff like that, yes, absolutely. But I just can't really get on with it. So I'm just making sure that's square, top and bottom, like that. So you see, I don't have to cut off round there because it's level. Let's just give that a good press down. Yeah, I mean, you could ink round this, of course you could. You can do anything you like because it's yours. Scissors. Thanks, Mr. F. Oh, and Sophia's cup. Thank you.
You're welcome. And hello, Sophia, if you're watching.
Hello, Sophia.
Hello, Turtle, if you're watching. Hello, Roz, if you're watching.
I know we've got a lot of people in sick bay, haven't we? Yeah, I'd also like to say hello to Tony, my friend. She can't watch on a Sunday because her and her family do other things. But I know that she watches when she can. And hello there. Right, so there we are. Let's just cut that off. That's no use to man the beast. And there we go. Now I'm going to put, and it's not like me, I know, but I'm going to put a little thing, whatever you call these, across
Words?
here. Words. They are words, yes.
Sentiment?
I don't know. They're like little inspirational things. What does he call them? He calls them...
Small chat, probably.
Small talk. So that's what I'm going to do. So what should we have? What do you think? Embrace beautiful chaos? Could be. How about life is good? Life is good. And I'm going to put some ink on the back of these because I cannot vouch for how old these are. They came in a Mr. F special, which, as you know, contains lots of things. Right, so I want to get that straight, so I'm going to put my ruler there. And I'm going to put it at 3/4 of an inch and then stick this on above there, like that. There we go. Does that look straight?
Not entirely.
Doesn't look straight at all. That looks straight. That's all right. Right, let's press it down at that then. And yeah. Oh, no. I keep trying to tell you it's finished when it's not. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that. Just don't answer it. Let's find the middle. The middle is there. Well,
Jan Perry says she's from Montana and would like to be part of the swap.
are you in the group, Jan? In the Miss Paint a Lot's Junk Journal group?
On Facebook.
On Facebook, yes. Because if you are, if you could go there, I've attached a post to the top so you can't miss it. And just comment there, you know, that you're from the USA, and you will be added to the list, you know, when it all goes into the hat. It's going to go into Mr. F's hat. And we're not going to film it live because it would go on forever. So yeah, anybody that wants to join the tag swap, what I would say is pop over to Miss Paint a Lot's Junk Journal group on Facebook. It's free, it's friendly. Oh, I should use copper for that because I've got like rose gold there. Copper would be good.
Erica Stannard says she's in Kansas and would like to play tags.
Hi, Erica. Erica leaves me lovely, gorgeous messages on YouTube. So thank you for all of that, Erica. I look forward to reading them, I really do. But if you want to be in the tag swap, you've got to be on the Facebook group. Go there, it's the first post, and you'll see it, and then you can join in. Join in the fun and frivolities. Okay, so I've got these two very thin ribbons, and because that's all I could find in the appropriate colours. Now I see that's actually turned into magenta. I would have had more choice, but never mind. So let's just pass those through there. Like so. Yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Tying a bow with 4 ends. But you're all relishing that fact. Okay, here goes. come on. How easy was that? I must say, doing all these tags, I do think that my bow making has improved a little. I'm just going to split these up so you can see the dark and the light. My thumb is getting better. It'll soon be back to normal, I think. But we're not there yet, so I'm a bit numb. I feel quite numb in the thumb. Numb in the thumb. That's funny. And these two as well. There we go. Right. Just some tiny little remnants there. Right, that now, guys, that is our tag made. If you're making a journal, really pretty journal, and you came across that, I think you'd quite like it. Let me show you. I like all this frou-frou greenery stuff. So let me show you the one that I made for my prototype. I'm just seeing if I've got any white paper to put behind it, but
I've got some.
You've got some of you. Good lad. Thank you. Yeah. So let's put that on there first and you can see what that looks like. So I think it needed to be white. I don't think cream would have done the job. And similarly, I like the fact that the white is white, that it stayed white and it's not inky or anything like that. I think it looks okay. So here's the one I made earlier. And you can see it is completely different for all it is exactly the same recipe. And this is what I say to you.
Your right bit, please.
To my right. There we go. See them both there. This is what I say to you when I'm doing the videos and that. You know, it's kind of a recipe. And you can go away and take the bare bones of it and make it into your own thing, which may look nothing like this when you're finished, and that's great. You know, all I am aiming to do is inspire. So if I can inspire you to go ahead and make something, anything, I've done my job and I'm happy. So this one says collect beautiful moments. So there we have it. And those are those two, and they are going in the Sunday box. Which one do you prefer? It's hard to say, isn't it? Because they're so different. I think I prefer the black. Anyway, let's pop them off to one side. Right, then. Let's have a mouthful of coffee and see what you're all saying. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Candace. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Mardal. Yeah, it's turned out to be magenta when really it was supposed to be pale pink. I love both, says Sinead. Each looks so different even though we've used the same recipe. Yeah. Pink all the way, says Marbeth from Scotland. They're both winners. Yay. Really love them both. Totally different, but both beautiful. Beautiful. I love the pink. Thank you. You see, even amongst us, we can't decide whether we like the pink or the black, and they are really pretty much entirely different. Right. Okay. Let's move right along. Hang on. I need to move things. That's pretty. I'm just going to waft the heat over this so I can actually put it away. It's turned out quite nice, hasn't it? I mean, I haven't finished because the next time I'm using a colour and I've got some ink left to use, it's going on there as well, rest assured.
Sharon says pink, Misty says black, and Judy says she thinks pink.
Judy G.
Yeah, Judy G.
Kathy loves the magenta. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? We each have a...
Rhonda says both real pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Candice love both.
Thank you. Let me just mop that up, otherwise I just know disaster's going to loom.
Deborah says very pretty.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Right, so let's put that there because that's got nothing to do with anything. Let's have a look at our backdrop again. Yeah, I like that. That's something good I did today. Right. Let's wheel this in because it's got another project on it. Uh-oh, I can put my Sunday tags in the Sunday box. Yay, let's do that. Let's have a quick squint at what we've done so far. This was the flag, wasn't it?
Fun with flags.
Fun with flags. Yeah, these are the stickers that Sophia sent me. And then I just made a pocket and stuff. This, I can't even remember what the theme was. Did we have a theme for that? We must have done. No theme.
Fun with flags was the first thing.
Ah, right, okay. I must have done it on a live though. Because it's... Yeah, I did. Because it would be in the wrong box otherwise. And then last week we made the things with wings. With my little boarding pass inside. So that's what's in that box so far. And now we've got these. So that's 8 in the box. And I don't know how many this box will hold, but a good lot more than 8, I can tell you. So we're not coming to an end anytime soon. I'll just push that up. Stop them falling over. There we go. Right, starting to look nice though. Starting to look nice. Thank you very much indeed. Right. Hooray! Nearly had a huge avalanche. Okay, so this is the box of things I need for the next project. And I'll show you the next project and you'll see that it's really quite similar. I don't know what I was thinking about. There's my prototype. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Those bits are embossed, the scrolls. I just love that. Anyway, now I've shown you what it is, you can all go. So, I'll leave this out here so I can get the bits as I need them. Excuse me. Let me just grab everything I need. Don't know why I've got a sheet of that in there. So the first thing I probably need to do...
Everybody's saying wow.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty tag, that one. Pretty tag. Can you knock the sound off? Or anything? All of it off for a minute while I choke.
Put a pause break on, shall I?
Yeah. Okay, I'm still alive. The coughing fit is over, so we're all right. Right, I want to cut into this my tag size, which is, as ever, that's one side, which is that beautiful wallpaper that looks, it's from the Backdrops collection, and that's on the other side, this sort of plainer red, if you like. So I'm going to take my quilting ruler and I'm going to cut it off at the right size, because I don't want to cut it all the way across, because I want to leave as much remnant as I possibly can, because I really am stingy with Tim Holt stuff. I think that's about it. So I'll cut that with my craft knife. Please be careful if you're not used to using a craft knife. They are ridiculously sharp. Apart from this one, which seems to be ridiculously blunt. Yes. think Catkin must have had this one. So that's my remnant that I've got left. I was hoping for more, but you know, that's what I've got. So I'm using this as the background of my tag. And I was hoping that out of there I could get kind of, I just can. Wow, that's fabulous. All I did was, I don't have a die for a heart. If you've got a die for a heart, use it, but I don't have one. So I just took a piece of copier paper, folded it down there, drew half a heart, cut it out, and that's what I got. So that's nothing high-tech there at all. So let's put that over there. Now, I want the reverse side to be this side.
Maya says, good afternoon, my first time on your live.
Oh, well, welcome.
Sorry I'm late, I had to figure out UK time with my Minnesota time.
Ah, yeah.
I love your channel and you.
That's so sweet. Next week, our clocks change. So what is our 4 o'clock will be 5 o'clock. Is that right? Am I right? We can't work this out for love and money.
Basically, if you subscribe to the channel, then go to the channel, it'll tell you your local time.
Yeah, it will say on the thing that says live, upcoming, I think it says, and it will say the time that it's going to start. And that's the best I can advise you, really.
We normally create a stream on Saturdays.
Yeah. Right, so I'm moving this to here. I'm hoping that's about straight. Let's just put that on a straight line. And I want a bit there, because you can see I've got a bit here where it comes back up. So I probably would have liked more than that, but that's all I can have. So if that's all you can have, it's all you can have. And I'm going to draw around that with my pencil. It's really high-tech one this week, isn't it? I don't know why I don't have a heart. I know why.
Sounds like the Wizard of Oz.
No, I have a heart. I really do. I've got to go tomorrow for an ECG. Oh, I'm not sure that was right. There we go. So I'm going to keep that because I quite like that shape. And I'm just going to trim that out. Yeah, what I was going to say is I don't know why I don't have a die that's a heart. Because it is a shape, oddly enough. You wouldn't think it, but I do use it quite often. Oh, it's quiet, isn't it, when I'm fussy cutting? That's because I'm rubbish at it. I have to concentrate. So the first one that I did, the prototype, that's got a really inky background. But I thought I'd made you sit through enough inky backgrounds pretty much for one day. And I will use that technique in another tag so you can see how I achieved it. But it basically was just ink blending. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be the tag. Then I'm going to have that there. I kind of wanted that to stand out a bit more, but it's not, so. And I think I might go around that with black. I know, odd colour choice. Just feeling odd. So I'm going to get my black suit out. I don't think there's any other colour that would make it stand out enough. And get my...
Paula says she's got some art cookie cutters, so 4 different sizes.
Ah,
that would work.
That would work perfectly. Right, so I'm going to go around this in order to give it an edge to make it stand out a bit, because it's getting lost on the other red. I could have used another piece of paper, probably would have been much more sensible, but I didn't. I used this and I'm not going to waste it. I think if I put this black on, it should make it stand out.
Judy G says, do you like those little finger daubers?
I think they have a use. I don't use much black soot, so I don't feel inclined to use a whole big dauber up for a colour that I don't use very much. So all of these colours here are kind of weird colours that I don't, you know, hickory smoke, pumice stone, all those sort of colours that I really just don't kind of use much. And they're there, you know, they're ready. And sometimes, I mean, they're just useful because it can get into little bits that you can't get into otherwise.
We should photograph that and make a fabulous background.
What?
Your daubers.
Oh, my daubers, yeah, it would actually. Yeah, that might be the live next week, the start of the live.
Yeah.
I'll leave that out because I probably want to go around the whole tag once I've got it done. But that does definitely stand out. You can see that's a heart there now and it's different. Okay, I do not need this board anymore. Can I give that to you, please? Because it's unsticky on the back and it's right annoying. So I need a set of stamps that are these set. And the Tim Holtz, the Stampers Anonymous, and they're called Scroll Work. CM367. And I have used these before with you. I really like them, they're lovely. So I need my embossing ink and my embossing powder. My embossing ink is the Distress embossing ink. It seems to work very well actually. It came in a bundle of other stuff that Mr. F got, so I get to try it and see if I like it. And this is Wow Brass Sparkle Regular. I would use gold if I had gold, but I don't think I have, so I'm using brass, which is fine. Right, so let's see. Let's get my stamping board out. Look at that. I've already had it a couple of weeks. Wrecked already. I have got another posh one. A really posh one. Mr. F bought me one from, I don't know, craft shop somewhere. You know, online. It's really pretty as well. It's pink, but this I don't mind because I can get dirty.
It's behind you on the shelf.
Oh, is it? Right, so let's put a stamp on here first. And I think this is the one that I used on the other one. And I kind of put it there. Or maybe there. It's the same size heart. It's got to fit on. Yeah, just like that I think is fine. Right, so I need a big stamp block. And I just need to use my embossing. Let's open this up. No, I don't think we're in a real hurry with this embossing one. I'll open this up anyway because I get frightened that it's going to dry. And I've got a piece of paper here. Okay, I think we're sorted. Right. If you are using embossing ink like that, VersaFine, watermark, anything like that, any glue at all, which is ostensibly what this is, then please wash your stamps as soon as you've finished, because if you don't, it'll be forever on there and you will never ever get a crisp stamp from it again. Right, so let's do this.
And what she means by wash it straight away is get somebody else to do it.
I did mine yesterday. Right, let's. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't go around with my doodah. Never mind, I'll get a paintbrush to the ready in case it's landed. It lands loads of places. Because I bet that black soot isn't dry yet. Right, let's give that a go and see if we think that's okay. Yeah, as I said, it's stuck to all the black soot. It probably would look all right, but it's not. It's not on my plan. Yeah, should have gone over with my anti-static. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Let's just brush all that away, the extraneous stuff. There are little bits, little single sort of grains of it, but you know, what can I do?
Be alright.
Yeah, let that be a lesson to you. That's what I say. There we go. Anyway, that's all right. So now I'm just going to pop that back in there and heat it up, and let's have a look at it then. It should be all right, I think. Let's put the lid on there. Let's move this stamping thing out the way because I can just see it with a bit of heat just disappearing before my very eyes. That's it, it's starting to go.
Carmen Corbridge says hello from Oregon.
Hiya!
Finally caught alive.
Hi, Carmen.
The weather's not very nice, so it makes a perfect craft day.
Where did you say? Oregon?
Oregon, yeah.
I in my mind, Oregon is a very rainy state. But I could be completely wrong. I don't know why I think that. Right, there we are. It's gone. Let's have a look at it, see what we think. Oh, it's just pretty, isn't it? Yeah, it's just pretty. Right, so let's just say that's where we're going to put that. Like that. And that stamp is ready to be washed, I think, so I'll lay that to one side.
Sinead's got to run soon.
Oh, Sinead, well, happy Mother's Day, my love. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely time, and that everybody's spoiling you, as they should. And
many happy returns for next Friday.
Many happy returns. I'd definitely be thinking about you. Definitely. So can I fit that one up there? No, not really. These are all pretty weird shapes and they're quite difficult to fit. If I moved that down a bit, could I get that in there? Yeah. I might just do it like that, actually. Yeah, like that. I don't need this giant blinking stamp block, but never mind, it's what I've got. Oh, no, I don't need to on there, do I? I haven't put any ink or anything on there. I'm going to rub it over with my anti-static anyway, because now I'm a bit worried about, about what just happened. So let's rub that over. Lovely. And do this one. I love these scrolls. You can get a stencil as well with the scrolls in. Then I might just treat myself to, actually. So if that's going to go there. I know that's the other way round to the way we said, but it does look nice. Yeah, I'm just going to drop that there. Lovely. Oh my goodness. Give it a good press down. And get our paper back again. Put the lid on that. Get my stuff out. That looks okay to me.
Carmen says it is wet by the coast. She's in the centre.
Ah.
It's like high desert.
Oh, blimey. Right, I know that I can leave that and do them both together, the one here as well, later on, but I always worry when I've got sort of wet embossing powder. That I'm going to put my finger in it and splodge it. Right, that's that one done. Look at that. That's pretty fabulous. It's actually, when you're looking at it, it's got no, that's it there. You can see it better there. I think when I put it like that, you could see some of that dusting powder. But that's that. Right, excellent.
Louise says hi. Sorry she's late.
I don't think there's anything on the naughty step today.
Our granddaughters were visiting.
Oh, how nice. Is that Louise Chabane? Yes. So I could get that one down there. Let's see if there's anything else to take our fancy. What about this one? Is it just miles too big? Yeah, it's just miles too big.
Are these ones for the washing?
Yeah, but there's another one. I might need that top one back again, actually. Thanks. Yeah, let's just go with that. It's going to fit in there quite nicely. Take the lid off that. Let's do our rub over with the anti-static. Get that where we want it. Put the embossing ink on here. And I think that's going to look quite nice there. Just drop that there. So I think that's us finished with the embossing ink and stuff. Yep. Lovely. Right. That can go back in the box. That can. Let's heat this up so we're all heated up and ready to go. Oh, and that one please. Thanks. Thank you. Ooh, it's magical when it goes, isn't it? Doesn't matter how many times you do it, it's just magical. Okay, so there we are. We have ostensibly got our tag made. What did I do to the other one? Nothing else. Right, so now I need the same carry-on as I had before, but with my I haven't got enough. Oh, sorry guys, I'm going to have to make a quick green inky background. Sorry. I thought I had enough, but I was cutting some this morning. So anyway, let's get a bit of this. Let's get a bit of that. I've got two pieces there. Sorry, I'll be as quick as is humanly possible. I don't need all this, I just need some leaves. If I was doing it on my own, I would do the whole piece, because then you've got it next time something like this happens. But I'm just going to use peeled paint and water. This won't take long. Oh, look at it already, it's so lovely. There we are. I don't want that along there. So I'm just going to take that off. all that bit there for that matter. Right, so let's just move that to the side. I'm only going to use one colour for this, just the peeled paint. Which idea will you be trying, Catherine? Comment, it's really easy. Yeah, glitter, it can get everywhere. So, thank you, my love, they go on that. Oh, let me just give you that. They go on that, and that can go away as well, right. I can't even remember what I was saying. Rubbish, no doubt. Some sort of rubbish. And you see, you get this build-up of colour, even with just the same colour. But you only really get that with ink. So don't start doing it with your oxides and then tear your hair out that it's not working. The oxides are opaque. That means when you put it down, you can't see what's underneath. So you could have built up the nicest inky background. Then you put your oxides on and you can't see it because the oxide overtakes it. So I just always use just inks for my backgrounds. And then, you know, if I was to put, say, yellow over there, you'd have areas that would come out sort of blue looking because it would be a mix of the two. It's probably dry enough for another go. Yes, it's getting interesting. There we go. That's probably sufficient, I think, now. So I'll just clean my mat up. That's fine. That's got plenty interest to fussy cut, to die cut leaves from, and you know, they won't all look uniform. That's the word I'm looking for, uniform. So that's probably pretty dry. Let's put it that way down on that hot bench. Let's clean this off. I'm not putting it on my thing because I don't know where my thing went. It's gone lost somewhere. So lovely. That's that. So let's put that back on its wonky thing. Right, so yes, we've got that. We need to cut some dies out. Are the dies in here? Why, yes, they are. My goodness. I'm staggered at how organised I was. This is the die of the Christmas robin. I don't know how it ended up here in this little bag all on its own, but it comes with loads of foliage. That's the robin. You might remember I used it at Christmas. So I'm just going to lay out the bits of foliage that I want to use. In fact, I'll lay them all out and we'll have one pass through with a lot. Well, maybe not because it won't cut, but right. I don't think that belongs here. I think that might be a different set. Sizzix 6612 something, I don't know. It might be, who knows. Let's put these back before they get lost. Right, so plates. So I'm just going to put that over there like that and cut out the exact width of the plate like that, and then I can send it through with some on it. I like that one, so I'll try that one. Let's try it with 3 on, see what happens. It's quite thick, this paper, so sometimes it doesn't like cutting. I think that would possibly benefit from another turn through. Let's have a look. I think they're cut, hard to tell. Yeah, that one's cut. That one's cut. And that one's cut. Hooray, 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 hooray. You can get proper pokey tools from Sizzix for this job. I'll just use my regular pokey tool. Let's try another.
Judy G said, did you say the green is peeled paint?
Peeled paint. Let me just check I'm not steering you wrong. Peeled paint, one of my most favourite Timmy colours. I love it. I want quite a few of that one, so excuse me while I pass this through several times. See, I wasn't that organised, was I? This is my favourite leaf, and don't forget we've got some left from the other tag that we did. No, I don't think I can. I'll just do that and we'll make it work. We will make it work. And I've still got a bit of green left for a rainy day. So yeah, this week I've been having to do voiceovers on some of my videos because something's gone wrong. That is all I can tell you. Beyond that, I haven't got a clue. Mr. F has explained it to me. He might as well have been talking Chinese. Haven't got a clue, but there is something wrong. But he's hardwired something into something else and it seems to be working now. That's all I know. But I don't think it's a permanent fix, unfortunately. Anyway, right, here we go. So that's going there, but once again, like the other one, this is what I mean, it's so similar to the other one. I don't know what, must have had this sort of thing on my mind. So I'm going to snip this one about there and just start to put these in, just like we did with the other one. Itchy nose, man. And once again, I don't care if they come out the side, I'm alright with that. And put our nice new little ones, freshly minted. And these longer green ones. And one coming out here maybe. Whoops. Maybe this one. There. And then I want this little dark one, that's the last of my dark ones, in there. I don't know, I think that's okay. I think that'll do. Yeah, okay. Let's move the heart out of the way and start gluing. So this I can see is not in the way of anything else. I'm trying to pick up two while I'm holding on to one of them. Oh, come on. There's no need for that. Just plain ice. So once again, I'm just gluing the bottom section of it. I'm going to put that there. Just coming out of the page a little bit And I know there's glue everywhere. I will go back in a sec for that. I just want to get these 3 leaves on. This little fella here. Kind of over the top like that. Right, let's get my towel, mop up any excess and push those down. Let me just see that we're on the right road here. Yeah, I think so. I believe so. That I think I can snip about, I've got the biggest scissors in the world to do this, about there, so I can have that in the middle sort of. There's little bits that come out of these, you know, the little bits, I haven't pushed them out because I don't need to, I don't think. Let's pop that there and have a look, just check that we're still following the heart around. Yeah. I think that kind of goes there. That's what I think. And then this one right at the top. Like that. Let's just check before we really press those down. That could possibly do with coming up a bit.
Catherine says, I just love your videos.
Oh, thank you, Catherine.
And Erica said, pink is gorgeous.
Hi,
And Evelyn Baylor says, hi everybody, very late to watch the live in its entirety later.
Ellen. Thanks for all the nice messages you leave me on YouTube. So I'll just say it once again, to the point of tedium. We are having a tag swap in the Miss Paint-A-Lot's Junk Journal group on Facebook. So, should you wish to join in, just pop over to the Miss Paint-A-Lot group. Find it on Facebook. And if you'd like to join in, well, you'll see the post there at the top. Read the post and it tells you exactly what to do. It's nothing complicated, I can assure you. Right, I'm quite happy with that. I quite like that. I think it's okay. I'm going to add some more. I'm going to put some tape on this and then I'm going to add some more. Whoa, hello. So I just want this to be a bit higher. So let's put it there. I'm learning my lessons slowly with this tape. That, you know, you can't go too near the edge, otherwise it looks ugly, and various stuff like that. And that it does actually kind of go around corners, to be honest. Not too sharp a corner, but it does go around some. Let's bring that to there. Cut that off. So we've kind of gone round that corner. And I'm going to come to here and just don't get too near the edge because it looks really ugly when you can see it. Then a bit down the middle, and I think that will do us nicely. There we go. So let's just take the release tape off, which sometimes wants to drop off, other times it's just awkward. Doing pretty well. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Right, so as Nancy says, put some glue on your double-sided and then you've got some chance of moving it if it's absolutely not right. but otherwise, when this sticky tape sticks to paper, it really sticks. So make sure you've got it exactly where you want it. Right, where do I exactly want this? About there, I think. Okay, so make sure you've got your edge up to your edge. Like that. Okay, so now we've got our heart elevated like that. And I just want to stick in some foliage just around there. And this is the entirety of the foliage I have left. So it's going to have to do. Yeah, let's put that bit there, that bit there, and this bit I can probably chop into two, I think. Chop that there, and there, like that. And this bit then can just go in the middle, I guess. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. This live is getting ridiculously long. I'm sure some of you are absolutely fed up with it. But I am going to finish it. I tell you, I am. Won't be long now. We're definitely on the finishing straight now. Definitely. So I'm going to put that there, so we've got a bit of that nice dark colour. And then a bit of this lighter green. It can go there under that dark one. Just like that. So just building up a little upper tier. An upper tier of foliage. That can just slide into there like that. Lovely. Let's make sure we've stuck all that down with a Timmy towel. Lovely. Okie dokie. Let's get rid of that. That's fine. So the next thing to do is add the flowers. Now the flowers I've got are not kind of my normal flowers. This bag of flowers came from Ali, and I haven't really used them very much because they have this ginormous back piece on them, so you can't stick them down flat. But what I did yesterday, what colours am I going to have on here? That one's quite nice. A green is always good. And I don't know, there's a blue one.
Judy G says, nope, not fed up at all.
Oh, thank
it's a
you.
relaxing way to spend Sunday morning.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
Catherine with the K agrees with her.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank
Catherine
you.
loves all your videos, but the Sunday lives are special.
Thank you. Right, so what I do is I take them, I cut the back off, almost flush if you can get it, like that, and then this bit sort of pulls out, this centre piece. That little thingy just fades away. You pull it off, I should say. You take that out of there and you'll see that you've still got, I mean, they're really cheap and cheerful, these. You've still got a bit of that yellow left. So just try and get rid of as much as you can. And just leave yourself that centre of the flower, that way up. That's not a perfect centre, but it'll do. Same with this. If you can get the back off without cutting it, so much the better, but I can't. So I'm going to cut it quite close to the top. Take that thing off, plastic bit. Take the flower out. This one doesn't want to come, that's it. And then just cut it again, really quite close to the top. So there we are, we've got two, And I'm going to do this blue one as well. Same. They're all the same. Cut them as close as you can.
Bunny says she enjoys watching you work.
I think it's always good watching anybody work.
And Teresa says, I agree, the Sunday Live is very special. I look forward to Sundays.
Oh, thank you. Who said that?
Teresa.
Teresa, thank you so much.
And Louise, Teresa, me too.
There we go. So that's 3. So they're going up at the top. And then I've just got this one that I want to put at the bottom. It's just a bit tricky. Fiddly, I should say, rather than tricky. There's nothing tricky about it. It's just fiddly.
Better than not using them.
Yeah, definitely. I've had them for ages. I just couldn't fathom out how to use them. So let's get rid of all this rubbish. Ooh. And let's stick these down. So, oh, there's a bit of rubbish right in the middle. So what I do is I go round that hole with quite a lot of glue. And stick that down there. Then I've got this one and I'm going to do the same thing. Just lift those up a little bit so it's sort of nestling. So they're nestling together. Like that. And then a blue one as well. You use whatever flowers you've got. If you've got nice paper flowers with no backs on them, use them up. I'll pop that one there. Maybe down a touch. No, I think... See, the glue just comes off. It's horrible. They just don't want to stick. They have not been put on this earth to stick, I can tell you. So yeah, that's there. Right, so we'll just leave those for a second. They may or may not stick. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put my one at the bottom here. Just at the bottom of the heart. There.
Catherine says she's glad you found a way to use these up.
Yeah, me too. They've been hanging around way too long.
And Linda says she's been sitting and painting, so not participating in the chat much. It's like you're at the other end of the table. Love the lives.
Oh, that's great, Linda. Excellent. Right, so these little tricky things are really awkward to glue. But put quite a lot on, is my advice. And then just stick it on. And you probably need to clip it because they're very keen to come off. See, like that. They like to come off. So that's going there, and I'm going to get one of my long clips and hopefully it'll reach it. And just there, right in the middle. Lovely. So now we've got to do the middles of these ones.
Squash the little sucker.
Squash the little sucker. So same again, loads of glue. And just turn it upside down and drop it in there. I tried both ways. I tried with a clip and I tried without, and both ways stuck. So you don't need the clips. I just feel more secure. I don't like feeling insecure. And that one goes there. See, I'd rather stick to my finger with no glue than stick to there with glue. Drive you mad. And this one.
Judy G says, was that your American accent, LOL?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Judy H says, knowing me, I'd put a pearl or a piece of bling in the centre.
That would be brilliant, Judy. That's what I like to see, when people take what I do and change it in some way. I really like that.
Or in its entirety.
Or in its absolute entirety. You do not. There is no obligation whatsoever to copy what I do. And in fact, I love to see what you do when, you're off on your own, doing your own thing. Shouting with your own voice, let's say. Right, so now, yeah, okay, I need to trim the tops off here. I'm sorry to the person who told me the other day not to use this because it's got information on it. I do appreciate what you said, and I will action that. But not right now, because I'm busy. She said to put some pretty stickers over the information. I think that's probably wise. Right, there we go. So you can see it's coming together. Now I just need to back it, put something in the top, and Bob's your uncle. I wonder if Jean's watching. She might be, you know. Hiya Jean, if you're watching. So this one is another one where I'd prefer to have that on the edge. I'm going to use this bit here. So let's get some glue on. I'm going to have to remove that clip. That's moved. Glue, glue, glue. Oh, they're falling off left, right and centre. Well, when I get it glued and stuff and it can think to itself all night then about sticking or not sticking. Mr. F's got some glue called Pin Flares Stick All. Stick All, not stickle. And that might be just the job for this actually.
Works for me.
Well, that's good. Right, so let's just get that level up that side there so as I don't have to trim through that forest of foliage. Give it a good press down. There we go. Put that on one side because I do need to stick it back on. Oh man alive, my fingers are so gluey. Can you imagine if every tag that you put in a journal was this complex and took this long? You would never get a journal made, would you? Right, there we go, it's back. Let's give it a quick ink around. I'm going to use the black suit. I like the black suit with it. Then I'll stick my, oh, there's only that centre that's decided to be naughty. So quick whiz around. I hope you've enjoyed today. I've enjoyed today, really have. And I didn't intend to bring you two projects that were quite so similar. I'm sorry about that. I thought they were different, but turned out they weren't. So, but anyway, we've got some more tags for the boxes, which is good.
And Judy said, do all those foliage dies Miss P used fit in the tiny Timmy?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do, Judy H.
That's kind of part of my, you know, should I buy those dies or not? Will they fit in Tiny Timmy? No, then I'm not buying them. I have got my Gemini MIDI and it works brilliantly. It's really got a lot of pressure, that thing.
Debbie says you're so inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
Louise says very pretty.
Right, let's stick this down. Where's Mr. F's stickle? Where did he put it? Here. So what I'm going to... Do you just undo the top, do you? Yeah, okay. I'm going to put the glue in there rather than try and glue. I never get on with these. Oh, it's clear. Oh my goodness. I was waiting for white. Now we've got loads.
Catherine says maybe that's the joy of this 100 tag project. Some are beautiful and more complex tags will already be available for a journal.
Yes, you're right. Right, let's shut that up, wipe its nose, put the ribbon in. Is this quite dramatic, this one? Is it just me that thinks that? I think this is quite dramatic. Let's mark the centre. I'm going to mark it with my jelly roll pen so I can see it. There we go.
Julie says this looks so rich and regal.
I think it looks rich, yeah.
Kim loves watching, and Judy says all the tags today were outstanding. And Misty loves the embossing.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Catherine with the C said yesterday has been very nice, completely enjoyable.
Wow. I'm so glad that you've liked it, because halfway through I realised that this one was very similar to the other, but I had no backup. I couldn't really do much about it. So, but they've turned out quite differently, I think.
It's very ornate, which is awesome.
Thank you. You guys are so nice to me, and don't think I don't appreciate it, because I absolutely do. There we go.
Catherine says dramatic and rich for sure.
Yeah, it's dramatic. I'm going to put red on there.
Paula D says, thank you, Miss P. I've been working along on a journal as I watch. I always learn something valuable from you.
Thank you. I don't know what, but thank you.
And Carmen does enjoy your videos. She loves hearing your voice and the content. And how you both explain what you're doing is so helpful learning new things.
Well, that is really nice of you to say so, because actually that's what I aim to do. Let's see if I can push it through with that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm still afraid the end. So I'm just going to put this through. It's really, it could do with being a darker red, a burgundy red. But right at this moment, I have no burgundy thread ribbon to hand. So we'll use the red, and I'll use a little bit of this gold braid.
Ellen says it looks a bit oriental.
Do you think so, Ellen? It could be.
I can see that.
Yeah.
We have that Chinese red lacquer, don't we?
Yeah.
With the gold on.
Yes.
I can
Yes.
see where she's coming from.
So, there we go.
Jen says, this is a beautiful tag. Thank you so much for taking us on your journey to 100 tags. So many ideas and inspiration. Thank you, Fiona and Justin, for all your time and effort.
Well, Jen, you are more than welcome. Right, there we have it. There is our tag. It's nice, isn't it? I like these flowers. Actually, I'm glad I found a way to use them. Okay, so what did I do with the white paper? I don't know. Don't know what I did with the white paper. Have you got that white card up there still?
No, somebody's robbed it.
I haven't rubbed it. Lovely, thank you.
Semi-white.
So let's put these onto here so you can see them, have a look at them. There we go. This one, when you're looking at it like that, it just looks very, very brassy. But in real life, it's kind of not that much. Looks like that, which is pretty, I think. So that's that. That's very pretty, I think, that one. And the other two that we did went somewhere, but I can't remember where. Oh, I think I put them in the box, didn't I? Something like that.
You want to get them out?
No, it's all right, thanks. So that is today's offering. 4 tags for your delectation and delight. There you go. This one is pretty. It's very pretty, and I will show you how to do that in a video through the week. You see here I used some foliage down at the bottom, but here I didn't because I didn't have any left. But that's okay, it looks all right. And if I'm really desperate, I can stick foliage under the heart. So that's it, guys. Thank you very, very much. Oh, thanks, Jen. Thank you, Deborah, Kathy, Kim, Catherine with a K, Ellen, Mike, Judy G, Louise, Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me. It's been a long one today. But I did want to show you. And we got there. So, till the next time, I hope you stay well. And don't forget to be kind. Bye.
Bye. Be safe. Be kind. Bye.